What is up, everyone? Good morning. The little portion that we had in Savannah is done, and we are getting ready to go to Charleston, South Carolina, which should be pretty interesting. I'll talk a little bit more about this as we're on the way. I gotta tell you, I enjoyed Savannah so very much. I had no idea what to expect. I don't know what Georgia is all about, but Savannah is beautiful. It kind of reminded me of my hometown, Odessa, a little bit, with all of these like little cobble streets and the way the fences are designed and all that stuff. It's very reminiscent of home. It's so pretty. I stayed in the historic district, and that's right next to the river, like 2 blocks away of walking. And I'm so glad that I walked around last night. Absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommended coming down to Savannah. Now there is a sweet looking bridge that's up ahead, and I really hope that the directions take us over that bridge. I'd love to ride over it. Today's leg of the journey is, like I said, we're going to South Carolina, Patriots Point. We are going to a Naval Aircraft Carrier Museum. There's 5 of them in United States, and one of them is in New York. It's the USS Intrepid. I love that museum. I love aviation museums, but I love that museum in general too. I've been there so many times. Enjoy the heck out of it. We were down in San Francisco like 2 years ago or something like that, and saw that there was another aircraft carrier museum there. I think that one was the USS Hornet that we ended up visiting. Very similar vibe to the Intrepid. And that's when I found out that there is 5 of these aircraft carrier museums in United States. I've seen 2 of them. I've seen the one in New York, the Intrepid. I've seen the one in San Fran, the Hornet. And as it happens, South Carolina also has one, the USS Yorktown. And yeah, since we're down south and we're doing kind of like an aviation museum journey, yeah, I've been meaning to visit this place for a long time. Once we visit this one, there's only 2 more left. One in Corpus Christi in Texas, and another one in San Diego. Speaking of the aviation tours, this I'll know a little bit less about as far as names. Maybe I could put them on screen when I go over the footage a little bit later. But I saw another space shuttle. I saw the Atlantis space shuttle in the Kennedy Space Center when I was down in Orlando. And that means that there's only one more space shuttle that's left in the existence that I haven't seen. Because one of the space shuttles is on the Intrepid. The second one is in Udvar-Hazy Center in Virginia, which I've also been to. The third one is the Atlantis that we just saw in Kennedy, and the fourth one is in Los Angeles somewhere. Yeah, I think it's taking us to the bridge. Yes! Nice, I was looking forward to that. It's a cool looking bridge. I guess I'm a bridge enthusiast. That's the river. So we were hanging out on the right bank of the river last night. Very pretty. And it's a pretty narrow canal. You have these gigantic cargo container ships passing through what feels like, 30, 40 feet away from you. It's probably not that close, but it feels like it because they're so huge. Well, thank you, Georgia. You've greeted me very nicely. I thoroughly enjoyed my stay here, and it will be on my mind when I'm planning other trips. Gentlemen's club in the middle of nowhere, huh? All right, sure. So I decided to use Apple Maps today instead of Google Maps like I've been using for the past 3 days. One thing that I immediately like better about Google Maps is it actually shows you your current speed as well as the speed limit. Apple Maps only shows you the speed limit. Today is the shortest segment that we're doing at only 111 miles before our rest stop. I do want to explore the aircraft carrier as well as there's a Vietnam War experience, and I think there's also a submarine to see, just like there is in New York. And after that, it's just hotel in Charleston. I'm not sure if I'm going to explore Charleston. We'll see how we feel, whether we're tired or not, or what. Tomorrow is a long stretch. We're going to try to do 480 miles. And I apologize for sometimes referring to we and sometimes to referring as me. I still haven't figured out the way to vlog properly to bring this content for you. There's nobody on this trip besides me and you. I'm taking you along, and that's the we. Let me know what feels more comfortable. You can leave it in the comments. The other cute little feature about Google Maps is every time you cross a state line, it'll tell you like, oh, welcome to South Carolina, or welcome to Georgia, or whatever. It's cute. I'm not sure Apple Maps does this, but I do think we're in South Carolina already, because we crossed. I think I saw a sign for South Carolina on the bridge, South Carolina state line. I think we were following a sewage truck because that smell is interesting. I don't think I want to follow this guy. Or maybe that was just something local, but there was a whiff of something unfortunate. What's up with all of these plots that are cut down? Is it trees that burned? Are those like dead trees that they're gonna replant? We've seen a couple of these already, and it's just like a small plot that's been completely cut off. Does anybody know? 40 miles to go. I guess there's gonna be a little bit of traffic once we get closer to the museum, because it's 57 minutes to go and it's only 42 miles. Ooh, gas. Yeah. I think we're gonna do this. So just a quick minute to stretch my legs. We're almost there. We're only 24 miles away. Half an hour, a little over half an hour. Totally fine. All right. Ooh, very pretty though. Dude, that's gotta be the train, right? That's gotta be the train. That's amazing. I love it. This is so pretty. Somebody's making barbecue. It smells divine. This is really cool. I'm so happy that I stopped for gas there, and that between Apple Maps and me, we couldn't figure out how to get to Route 17. It took us through this little back road. It's really pretty. Really picked up my mood.
Something I was just thinking about, right? If I were to do a cross-country trip, coast to coast kind of stuff, it would obviously be a round trip, right? So there and back again. Bilbo Baggins' tale. That's like something like 3,300 miles each way, right? In each direction. So that's like 6,600 miles at least. Let's see. Let's call it even 6,000 miles. My service schedule, I think, is around 6,000 miles. So I'm wondering, what would somebody do, right? Would they change the oil right before leaving so that they're out with fresh oil, or do you schedule an oil change stop in the middle of your trip?
Now it makes sense why the last 15 miles is going to take half an hour. This seems like we're in a more dense urban area, so much more traffic.
Dang, is that the new AMG GT? It looks badass.
Must be a fairly nice area, because I guess we're getting closer to the water. Lots of Highline stores. Ooh, that's cool.
We get 2 big, beautiful bridges in one day. I'll take it. Oh, dang, and you can cross this bridge on foot, too. Woo, that's brave. Looks really long. I see it. Guys, there it is. There's the freaking aircraft carrier. There it is. Yeah! That's where we're going. Look at that beautiful ship. I'm coming. I'm coming. Now, it did say that there was a submarine here, too, and I don't see the sub. You big beauty. I think I see another battleship right next to it.
Oh man, that looks like a beautiful bike route. I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly take off my earplugs. Alright, earplugs off. And the reason I do this is because a lot of these places have huge parking lots with like a parking booth, and it's impossible to hear the parking attendants when you're pulling up. It helps to take the earplugs out so that I can make this as smooth as possible. And I don't have to fumble with my helmet when there's a line of people waiting behind me. That was a cool little sign there. It was in the shape of a battleship. Alright, what do we got? Naval Maritime Museum, straight ahead. Pretty much everything straight ahead. Oh, there's a little gun battery there. Ooh! Am I not allowed to have a motorcycle here? I don't understand. I love that they have the signs for all the aircraft that they have here. That looks badass! I'm gonna be a little bit of an idiot and drive like a typical New Yorker. Alright, cool. So we got confirmation that as a motorcyclist I can park here, which is cool. I do not see any shade whatsoever. Now that is unfortunate, but that is a fact of life that we're gonna have to live with. Kablamo! We've arrived! the freaking the aircraft carrier is right over there. Let me get undressed and I'll see you in a minute. Guys, we made it. Bike is parked, and the aircraft carrier is straight ahead. Oh my God, I see a Blue Angel F-18 on there. Oh, this is gonna be such an awesome little museum experience. I'll try to bring you along as much as I can. This is incredibly cool. In New York, they don't let you get anywhere as close to the aircraft as they do here. Like you can touch stuff here. This is incredible. How cool is this? They even rigged it for sound effects. That's insane.
Reloading. Means wait. Reloading. Means wait. Fire when ready.
That's wild.
President Johnson has ordered us to hold Quezon at all costs. We're surrounded by 20,000 DC and NBA regulars. We're being hit by constant artillery and rocket fire. You are about to experience the longest and bloodiest engagement of the Vietnam War. Surrounded by 20,000 DC and NBA regulars. We're being hit by constant artillery and rocket fire.
That's the bridge that we came from. Not sure what I was expecting, but it just turns on the little LED screen when you peep through. Interesting that there's no engines in this one. I guess this one's too new. So I'm in the officers' quarters right now, and they somehow got the audio of me sleeping, playing here. I don't understand how that works. Pretty accurate. We even got some jail cells. Oh God, there's a skeleton there. So that's it. That's pretty much the end of the day. We spent a ton of time at the museum. Probably like 4.5 hours, something like that. Man, what an awesome exhibit. Highly, highly recommended. But as I'm coming to the bike, just wanted to show you the parking lot. Pretty much the whole parking lot is empty now. When we were pulling in, it was fairly busy. So now we only have our cute little bike all by itself there. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it as we get on the way, but that was, out of the 3 aircraft museums that I visited so far, this was the best one. You can get close to all of the aircraft, to majority of the aircraft. You can touch the aircraft and all that stuff. The other museums are not like that, so highly recommend it. It was awesome. Our hotel is only about 15 minutes away from here, which is fantastic. And I looked at the map. It looks like there is also kind of like a riverside or something like that district or area that's close to where I'm staying. I'm probably going to go take a walk there, see if we can find something cool to eat. It looks like there are a couple of really nice hotels around there, so it looks like there's like gated communities here or something like that, or hotels or something. That's really awesome to live next to a museum like that.
Out of the 3 carriers that I visited so far, this one has been my favorite. There is a ton to see aboard that ship. There's 4 tours that you could take, and they're all pretty lengthy. Flight deck, bridge, engine room. I haven't been to the engine room in the other 2 carriers, so this was the first one. That was pretty cool. The brig, there was kind of like a tour with a ton of models of all of the battleships of the. Oh wow! What? That's incredible. Wow. What? I'm gonna have to look up what that is. That looks like some kind of a submarine memorial. That looked incredible. Well, yeah. So 4 tours, and they're all pretty lengthy. Plus, you can get close to all of the aircraft. Like I said, you could touch the aircraft. You can pose with the aircraft. Take pictures with the aircraft. You can't get that close to, or I couldn't get close to the that close to the aircraft on the other 2 carriers. Like Intrepid is pretty roped off, and I don't remember the one in San Francisco vividly, but I don't remember being able to get that close to the aircraft. Yeah, so that was just very, very cool. Oh, and I had no idea you could stay aboard the ship overnight. They have an experience. So instead of grabbing a hotel like I did in Airbnb, you can actually book a night to stay aboard the ship. I'm gonna have to look at the details. It didn't look that expensive from a cursory glance. Not much more than the hotel that I'm staying at, and I don't know what goes into part of that experience. You might get like dinner and all of that stuff. It did say like it's a camping experience, I think, so you might need to have a sleeping bag and all of that stuff. You might need to be ready for it. It's not just like a fancy hotel or anything like that. So
Yeah, it could definitely be something to explore. 142, 144, 146, 148, and there's 150. Looks like we are here. They did say that there are parking passes that they can provide. So check this out. I accidentally booked a whole floor of a house on Airbnb. I didn't realize that was the listing. I thought it was only like a single room. But if you expand the listing, you see it's like a 5-bedroom. Yeah, this was a pretty big surprise when I got here last night. But it's a really nice place. This is in Charleston, South Carolina. Take a look. So I walk in and I see this room. I'm like, all right, that's fine. It's facing the road, so not a big deal. But 2 beds, that's fine. I'll live with it, right? But then, then I kept exploring. Pretty nice kitchen. And also, man, whoever these people are, I love you people. Bagels. The fridge has water and like fruit and stuff in there. But then I kept walking and wait, there's one more bedroom. And then there's one more bedroom. And obviously a whole bunch of bathrooms to go along with this, and one more bedroom. And this is where I ended up staying, or sleeping rather. And then the bathroom. Not bad. Happy little accident for sure, but yeah, make sure to read your listings when you do. About to head out for day 4 or 5? I lost track, but today's leg is from Charleston to Washington. It's gonna be the longest one. It's gonna be like 530 miles, so this will be a rough day, but I'll keep you posted. All right. So We're setting off for the next segment of our trip, which is from Charleston, South Carolina to Washington, D.C. This is going to be the longest segment at 530 miles in one day. Hopefully everything's going to be all right, but definitely going to be a long day. This is the house that we stayed at. It's very nice. Very nice. All right, well, off we go. Initially, I put this route together with this particular segment with stops, including a dinner spot, but I don't think it makes sense. The dinner stop was about an hour and a half from our final destination. Considering that this is kind of like the longest portion, I think it makes sense to just hoof it all the way to the end and then have dinner there. Because having dinner before we get to our final destination, I think would just make me even more tired. And yeah, I don't think that's probably less than ideal, right?
It seems like any which way you go, you always go over this beautiful bridge. Is that right? Or did I... Nope. I completely just spoke out of my butt. I thought we were going to that bridge again that leads to Point Pleasant, but nope. So for food, I'm thinking we're just gonna do roadside stops, the rest stops, where we gas up and grab whatever to eat, whatever's available there. So provided everything goes according to plan, our ETA right now is 5:16. So with all the stops and stretching the legs and all that stuff, I'm thinking we're probably going to be there closer to 6:37, realistically, which is still okay, in time to grab dinner. Now, tomorrow, right, DC, I'm staying in DC. DC has an amazing Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. I've been there a lot of times, but I really, really love that museum. So I'm wondering if it makes sense to stop by there before we head home tomorrow. I'm really thinking about it. Really, really thinking about it. Let's see. I gotta remember to book the tickets because the tickets are free, but they're you do have to pre-order them on their website. You have to pick a time slot and all that stuff. Otherwise, you don't get in. So I have to remember to actually get the tickets in advance tonight. Because if we don't, then tomorrow might be just like a non-starter and just go home, right? Because I don't have the tickets. But I meant to do that last night, and I forgot about that. So hopefully I won't forget about it tonight. If only there was a way to have my phone remind me to do things.
Alright, so first stop of the day, we're gonna grab some gas. I've been meaning to get McDonald's for a long time. I've been in the mood for a Big Mac. Let's get a Big Mac, huh? Well, let's get the food first. Any shade here? Nope, no shade here. Alright. Let's grab a bite. Well, that Big Mac was such a disappointment. It was a sad Big Mac. And I have a feeling I'm going to pay for it later as well. If you know what I mean. Now we just need to get a little bit of gas and we can be on our merry way.
Those look like potentially some surplus pieces that have been auctioned off or something like that. I'm just guessing here because I see the like white sheet of paper on the windshield. That could be like a sales sheet with specs or something like that. Damn, that camo Humvee, it had smoke countermeasures. Fascinating.
Shit. What the fuck is this guy doing? Alright, so we did something like 130, 140 miles. Gonna stop, stretch my legs, and grab some coffee. Crossing a highway like that? This is sketchy as fuck. Where be the Starbucks? Oh, there's the Starbucks. Shit. Oh my god. That's something. A nice little R1200. Alright. We are about 128 miles away from Washington, D.C. from our overnight stay. So we've done already 400 miles today, which was, it's not too bad. It is a little toasty right now with 84 degrees, but it's not horrible. I think we're going to make it, and then we're going to grab some dinner and figure out what the plan for tomorrow is going to be, whether we're just going to go straight home or try to get tickets to the Smithsonian and then go home afterwards, because it's not a super long ride. It's like 250 miles away from home, so it's like 3.5, 4 hours on the road. Easily doable considering what we're doing every day. Yeah, and off we go then. We are almost there, guys. Something smells good. This looks like a really fancy neighborhood. I've never ever been to this part of Washington, D.C. I guess I'll sneak in real quick. I have to see what the parking situation is about. Good morning, everyone. So yeah, our stay in DC is over, and just one tiny little segment left to get home. I decided not to go to the Air and Space Museum in DC, even though it's close. I'm kind of homesick, so I'm just looking forward to getting home. And that's what we're gonna do then. It should be 230 miles, something like that. Probably around 3 hours, maybe a touch more, depending on the traffic and all that stuff. But yeah, we are almost home. I don't really know the neighborhoods in DC very well. And the neighborhood that we ended up staying in is Georgetown, which is a nice little neighborhood. It was really crowded, so I couldn't really film last night, but yeah, it's a cute little neighborhood. There's a whole bunch of trees here that are pollinating right now, and we're close to them. The whole freaking bike is covered in tree pollen, which is a bummer. It's gonna need a wash after this trip anyway, but now more than ever. This is very south side, South Street Seaport in Manhattan. Very kind of similar to this. Alright, so last little stop for us. Just gonna grab some gas. We have about 150 miles to go. I think should probably be able to do that in one single sitting. Yeah, the journey's coming to an end. Oh god, I remember this gas station. I was coming back with a friend from Virginia, from the other Air and Space Museum, and I had a flat. That was a nightmare to fix here. We still had a gallon left? I find that hard to believe. But okay. I'm gonna stop real quick and just get some water and stuff. And drink some water, rather. And away we go! Oh, 40 miles to go, nearly home.